Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to use AutoCAD to create a laser engraving project. We're going to do something simple, but you can do some pretty interesting, intricate, different things. Obviously, some of these things will take a lot longer to learn how to do. So let's try to make something simple, something cool, something that you can make in about an hour or so. And of course, I'll be here to help you. But like this one, for example. So if you're going to do something like this, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to draw the hearts, and then we'll use the text to put in some wording, and you're going to be using a combination of colors and just different techniques. But again, the colors is probably going to be the more intricate thing to have to learn how to do. Okay, so to do that, you're going to use AutoCAD. You're going to click New right in here. You're going to create a new drawing in AutoCAD. The first thing we need to do is you're going to be limited to the sizes of wood that we have. In this case, we have a piece of wood that is 11 by inches, 11 inches by 11 inches. To get that a limit of where you want to put your design, you're going to type in the letter L, which is going to create the line command, enter, and then you're going to pick a point anywhere on the screen. You can zoom in and out with your wheel. Click a point here, and then we need to make sure we go across and that it's at a straight line. You can do that by looking at the little axis line. Make sure that it's coming across straight at a 0 degree angle, and then we're going to type in 11, enter, and then you're going to come up this way again. Make sure that you see that green axis line. If it's not there, it's not going to be exactly 90 degrees. We're going to go up 11, enter. We're going to come across this way, 11, enter. And if you notice, there's an option down here where it says close, so you can close the rectangle. You're going to click on close. So in here is where you're going to start drawing your line, your art. Now, does it have to be hard? Of course not. It can be whatever you want. Let's say you wanted to do a rectangle. You can use REC for rectangle. You click here and you click here. Maybe you wanted to make a keychain for your mom or something. If you want to draw something a little bit more artistic, you can draw maybe a circle, CI for circle. You click here anywhere on the screen, and it'll be a circle right in there. If you wanted to cut out a circle and put some text in there or something. Um, Another command you can use is called the polyline command, PL for polyline, PL. And you click on a point, and then from there, it just, if you click on it, it'll draw the shape that you want. You can draw whatever shape you want, and those are called object snaps. That'll give you geometric points where you want it to actually come in and finish it if you want it like that. Within the PL command, you can click on that here, and then you can incorporate the arc option within the polyline command. So this is where you can maybe do that heart that you wanted to do. You can do arcs, and it'll continue doing arcs until you click on line again, and it'll go back and do a line. Um, Arcs is probably the more artistic thing, I guess, you can do with doing that if that's what you wanted to do. So let's just say I wanted to do the hearts. I'll leave the rectangle here. I think what I'm going to do just to show you is I'm going to draw myself a little circle here, like if I want to do a little hole for like maybe a keychain. I can do a little circle round thing here using what's called a fillet command, F for fillet. And I just need to go down here and click on radius and adjust that to, I don't know, maybe like a 0.5 radius. I'm going to turn on my number lock, 0.5, and then select to do a radius. Okay, that might be too big. I can click undo, or U for undo, and then U again. And let's say I wanted to do a fillet with a radius, something smaller. I did 0.5 right now, maybe 0.25, because I just wanted something smaller, and just do a radius. Okay, there we go. And then that's, the start of my keychain. Let's say I wanted to do the actual hearts. I can probably just do a polyline. Pick a point, start with a line here. Do an A for arc, and then just do a little arc. Let me see if it aligns itself. You notice how I can come back down here, and then it should align as much as possible. Or sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Just click in there, and then I can go back over here, do a polyline again. I'm just hitting the space bar to go back to the command that I was using, and then another arc right there. Okay, and it's a little trickito. You can hit escape if you get lost and you don't know what you're doing. You just hit escape a couple of times on the keyboard. That's the far upper left corner, ESC for escape. And then you can come back, and after I hit escape, I can just select the object, and I can go and adjust it after the fact, after I've drawn it, and just adjust it like this. Okay. And then let's say I want to cut this thing. Um, As far as cutting, so don't forget that in engraving, you're going to engrave and then cut are probably the two main operations. Let's say I want to cut something out. So to cut it, you'll have to use a red color. Okay. So we're going to come up here where it says layer properties, and let's go ahead and create two layers. And we're going to be drawing everything under those two layers. You're going to click here to add a layer, and we'll just call it red. And under the color, we're going to change that color over to red. And then let's make another color, another layer. Those are called layers. I'm going to call it green. And I'm going to change that color over to the color green. Okay, and close. All right. So to change them and put these under the correct layer, I'm just going to put a big window around that stuff. And up in here where it says 0, that's the layer where you're actually working with right now. We're going to change that over to red. So red is going to tell me and the machine, because I'm going to do the engraving for you once you create the file, you're going to go in there and you're going to cut. That's the cut part. So now let's say I wanted to put some text. And I don't want to cut the text. The text, I just want it to be embossed and they're engraved. So then to do the text, you're going to use a command called MT for model text. And then let's say I want to put the text in this little area here. I click a window, a corner here to indicate a window where I want to put the text. And I can just put I love mom, and then exclamation mark. Okay, and then close text editor. If I need that to be engraved, I'm going to select the text and I'm going to change that over to green for engrave. And then that way this will be engraved. Now if the text is too small, you can use a scale command, SC for scale, select the text, enter, which is a space bar, pick a point somewhere and then just make the text bigger. If I want it to be on the next line, I can select the text and then make this little arrow a little bit narrower right there. And then using my move command, which is also M for move, I can just type in M for move, select the object, and then click here and then move it to there. I'm going to select the text, it might be too big. Or if the text is too big, you can scale it down. Scale, select the text, pick a point, and then scale it up or down. Okay. Obviously, I'm going through a lot of different things, tons of things that you can be doing in our class, which is why it's nice to take the class, because there's a lot of settings, a lot of things, a lot of layers, just all these things that you'd have to learn, a lot of, to make different designs. This is just something simple to hopefully get you to something engraved for the camp. Okay, so let's say I have this one and I'm happy with it, or I wanted to add some more text so I can draw circles. Again, it's really up to you what you want to draw. What can you draw? You can go up here to the lines, which is basically the L command that I was using right now. There's that polyline if you wanted to draw that one. There's different ways of drawing circles, different ways of drawing arcs. So again, tons of little different things that you guys can draw, and have fun with it. As long as we have enough time, make sure we do that within the time that we'll specify within the camp, and then we'll get that done. Okay, and you're welcome to use the whole board. If you wanted to make several little things, and I want to make this one for my mom, and I want to make a little design for my dad, and my dad is just going to be more like a cloud, so I can make that with just a bunch of different arcs, and I can draw an arc here, click, 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 and then another arc from that endpoint here, and then another arc from here to here to here, and then another arc. So you can just make like a little cloud type of thing, and then put one for dad. Make sure if you're going to make a keychain out of it, or another thing, maybe you can make yourself a sign that you can hang on the wall, and then I'll put little circles in there. You can put some little rope on it, and then just after you design the wording or some kind of design, again, it really, the sky is the limit. It's all up to what you want to do. Okay, and again, there's a ton of all the other commands that we can use, but for now, just so we can have something done and engraved, make sure you work on something using lines, arcs, circles. um, it's just there's even this one you can do what's called a hatch. Like, let's say I wanted to fill this whole thing in because I want it to be all engraved. You can use what's called a hatch pattern. You click in here and use a hatch, and then you pick inside the area where you want to hatch. If you wanted to make it a big solid area, you click solid, and you click inside of there, and it's going to make it all a big solid hatch. That'll be all engraved if that's what you wanted to do. I'm going to hit escape. How do you erase things? You select something, and then you just press the delete key on your keyboard, or you can go up here to where it says erase right here. Click the erase command, select the object you want to erase, and then hit enter to erase that. U for undo. Maybe I didn't want to erase it. We can do some trimming, some filleting, just experiment with these commands, see what they do. Just have fun with it. Okay. So the next thing we need to do is we need to start saving our files. So we're going to go over here to the AutoCAD A. You're going to save as. You're going to save it as a drawing. And for now, you can just save it under your documents folder. You can please put your name on it. That way, I know which files is who. So let's. I'm going to put my name, Torres, and then I'm going to call it engraving project, or just engraving, and then hit save. Okay. So then you just need to know where it's at. So right now, when I did the save as or saved, you notice that it put it under documents. We need to know where that's at, because here when you click on this little folder, you click over here where it says documents, and you'll see the file, and they're going to need to know where that file is at, because once you create your design, I am going to engrave it for you. How do I engrave that? You're going to see on your assignment on the Google Classroom. Let me bring that up. Over here in the Google Classroom, you're going to go within the assignment. There's going to be a link where it says Google Form Sign In, and that's going to take you over to the place where you're going to upload your files. So to upload your files, you'll see here, students, upload your engraving project. You're going to go click add file, and then from there it's going to tell you I need to browse for where is that file. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to go click browse, but this is where you need to go and specifically remember where the file is at. Remember, we did put it under documents. You go select the documents, make sure it does say DWG file, and it has this little symbol. If it doesn't, it's the wrong file. Make sure you select that one and hit open. You'll notice that it uploaded. You need to make sure that it's there, and then click submit. Once you do that, then I'll have access to it at the engraver. From there, I'll take your project and upload it, and we'll have your project ready to go. We'll be here if you have any questions. Good luck and have fun.